it's your girl Horror Queen Cosplay. I got a little bit of a different video today. I've been going through a bunch of my old files, partially for nostalgia and also to see if there's any of them that are worth posting. And I came across my entry for the 2020 TwitchCon online cosplay contest. I ended up not being able to enter it for a few reasons, but I was still able to throw together the video for my entry, and I wanted to share it with you guys, partially to kind of sort of look back and see how much I've grown in terms of making videos that talk about how I make certain costumes and how much I've grown in terms of streaming my cosplay construction and things like that. Additionally, I'm really proud of this costume. This is a cosplay of Jill Valentine from Resident Evil Revelations. While on the surface you're like, oh, it's a bodysuit cosplay, who cares? But in reality, there's a lot of intricate details with this costume, a lot of things that I struggled to figure out. I played with different types of spandexes for texture and color, and I overall am insanely proud of myself for even attempting this costume. Hell, I made all of those dang belts from scratch too. Holy cow, that was a pain. So I wanted to share with you guys this video entry for this costume. I haven't edited anything further past this point, and I felt like I needed to have a little disclaimer before the video started. Either way, I hope y'all enjoy, and you know what? Yeah. Hi, my name is Horror Queen Cosplay, and this is my entry as Jill Valentine from Resident Evil Revelations. Jill has always been my absolute favorite video game character, so to attempt one of her more difficult designs was certainly a challenge. It's one of those things that looks very easy on the surface, but in actuality, there's a lot of little tiny nuanced details. I chose this project for the TwitchCon sewing needlework category because I wanted to show just how much work goes into a tailored bodysuit and how much work can go into something that looks super easy on the surface. I used 3 different shades of spandex and 2 types of spandex in order to create this look. The first being a regular 4-way stretch spandex, and then the second being a scuba spandex that only stretched in one particular or 2-way direction. And I used a zigzag stitch all around so that way I would have maximum stretching. I heavily modified a bodysuit pattern both with tailoring and to add the little cutout designs. Overall, it took well over 10 hours to make the bodysuit alone. The entire project itself took closer to 30, because let's face it, those are a lot of belts. If I am accepted into this competition, I do plan on reworking a lot of the belts and doing better test fits and working on the props. The belts were extremely difficult to work with. It was one of those things where you're like, yeah, sure, I can totally do this in one sitting. No, they took up a lot of time, both with measuring, fitting, and doing a lot of top stitching details, trying to make sure everything at least laid as close as I could to the original. I used the art book for Resident Evil Revelations to help me with all the different angles and trying to make sure that I could get these belts and these cutouts on the bodysuit laid properly. Overall, I do want to go back in and add some more of the accessories and some smaller details, but I had a lot of fun working with it. The individual pouches were each hand patterned by hand. All of the belts were hand patterned, and I used actually polyfill stuffing to fill out some certain areas and make things look a little bit poofier, like one of my purses, for example. It's one of those projects that, yes, I've done bodysuits before, but nothing as complicated as this particular suit, so it was a very nice challenge for myself and a good way to kind of have a little extra nod to one of my all-time favorite video game ladies. So, hope you guys consider me, and I would love to show you guys a touched-up version of this for the final competition. Thanks!